I have no puns for this. I'm just gonna say if you're sensitive to your political views, maybe you skip this one.
Yeah, this one's not for the was it Light of Heart?
Yeah. Not to say that we're just gonna be like overly political in this one. Just the movie that we saw was a little hand-fisted.
Yeah, you could say that. You could also say that a very certain type of person really is going to dislike this movie.
Ben
And already
Shapiro.
I've seen-
His name is Ben Shapiro.
oh yeah, spoiler.
also-
spoiler. Ben Shapiro did
Who
not
also
like this movie.
famously did not like the Barbie movie.
And that's how you know that he's bad at reviewing, knowing when a movie's good.
Yeah, he should stay in his lane.
And it's not movie reviews. I can tell
It's
you that.
not movie reviews, which is weird. Weird of him to branch into that. Anyways, we do movie reviews, sort of.
That's actually our shtick. That's our main purpose for doing these videos.
Yeah.
So
And there was a movie that we both watched, which you'll see in the title of this one.
one battle everywhere all at once.
And Jarvis is going to intro us, sort of. And I'm Michael.
Yeah, and I'm Jarvis. This is Full-Time Movie
He's
Cans.
Jarvis.
Slowly, hopefully becoming some of your favorite place to hang out for casual movie reviews.
I have been debating heavily on if I should just take a bunch of the full episodes and just turn them into like a long 8-hour sleep video.
Yeah, playlist thing.
Because
You could just
I
go to
do
the
think
playlist
that
and
would
play all.
you could,
And
but
there's
if
a
you
few
curate it,
different
if you
things.
do like movie reviews to sleep to as the title, the people. I mean, I do it, so
There you go. Also, listen to us if you're awake and you like to listen about hear about movies and
Or
think about movies. And talk
then
about
another
movies.
way to phrase it: watch us if you're woke. I guess.
That's how most people are going to think we are after we are finished.
I'll type out the comment for you. It is there's art should not make statements about politics, and this is an abomination and an affront to everything that movies are. Go fucking watch Transformers.
No,
It's
art is supposed to be.
art has never not been political. Let's be real. Literally, painters in the Renaissance. You know what they were doing? They were making paintings of rich and political figures,
Yeah,
and,
and this
and sometimes their boyfriends.
yeah.
Who are apparently, from what we can tell, very hot.
A lot of the people that don't like this movie have secret boyfriends. I think.
Hot take. Probably.
But this movie is a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, which he's one of those guys that's well known for making
what
movies.
what last Paul Thomas Anderson movie have you seen before this one?
Licorice Pizza.
Last one I saw was Phantom Thread,
Yeah,
and I saw it 5 times in theaters.
no, you haven't. How many times are you going to see this one in theaters?
More circumstantially than anything else, probably just the once.
Yeah.
But I
Here, let's just get. Well,
fucking love Paul Thomas Anderson movies.
yeah. Do you
I've
recommend
come to
this
learn.
one?
Yeah,
You want to get straight into your?
I can
First
get
thoughts?
into it. So crazy enough, I was one of 3 people in the theater for this one. Did you have a?
When did you see it? What time?
I saw it at like 6:30 on, I think it was Thursday or Friday. Whenever I texted you, it was recent, and I was the only person in the theater until like right before the movie started. The couple came in right after me, and so crazy. My movie theater is always empty, which I love. I will never not say it. I love having an empty movie theater. There are certain situations, and I will say it every time, and people can quote me in the comments. There's some situations where you want a full movie theater and some situations where you want an empty one. We just talked about Good Fortune. We had a full movie theater for that one. It was a great time. People laughed. People chuckled. And
There were a few chortles.
Keanu Reeves walked out among us. He did not do that. We
No,
had like
it's
we had a really awkward pre-roll with Aziz Ansari going, "Hey, what are you guys doing here? Welcome. We're just seeing the movie. Okay, bye."
Hey, thanks for this is my mood. Thanks for
Yeah, it was.
Hey,
Yeah, it was
you're-
exactly that vibe.
here you are. Here I am.
Yeah,
You're here for the movie.
they just put him in front of the camera and said, "Hey, intro the movie," and he was like, "Okay, you're watching it." And that was it. And it was crazy because I walked in. I showed up a little bit late on purpose so I could miss some of the previews. And all of the previews, while I'm sitting there alone in a dark movie theater, were like the scariest of scary movie trailers. I was like, dude, what's happening? So why am I by myself right now? I don't like this.
like Black Phone 2.
Yes. I was like, what's happening? Why is this? Why are these the previews right now? And the movie started, and I went, oh, okay, this is what we're doing now. And the first act of the movie, I was not very into, and then
It did have a slow start.
and then it time skipped, and I was suddenly very into it, all the way to the end. And that's, if I remember correctly, exactly how I felt about Phantom Thread. And I do not remember a single thing about that movie, and I remember that I loved it so much I watched it 4 times in theaters. So, Paul Thomas Anderson, everybody, you should absolutely, if Paul Thomas Anderson comes out with a movie, you should go watch it, because that's, yep. Regardless of how you feel about the subject matter, in fact, I feel like
he's one of those ones that you go see because he's
it's
his
just
name is on it.
gonna be so interesting.
you're in for an interesting ride no matter what.
Yeah, it's. I felt like the characters in this movie were a little caricature-y. They weren't like
Especially their
always
names.
real. Yeah, Steve Lockjaw,
His name sounds like he was straight out of a Small Soldiers movie.
dude.
You remember Small Soldiers?
No, but that sounds very.
You know what I'm
accurate.
talking about?
I do.
The
I do know what you're talking
little
about.
action figures that come to life.
Yeah, it's very GI Joe. Very
Yeah,
very, very Full Metal Jacket. It's just like, yep. Oh, I'm a military guy. That's Sean Penn. This entire movie.
Great job, by the way. He did a great job.
He did a great job.
I thoroughly hated him.
Yeah, and all of the revolutionaries, which is what they call themselves,
unique,
are
very unique type of.
very crass, very unique, very anti-establishment and anti-social construct, I would say.
Regina Hall's in this movie.
Regina Hall is in this movie.
As noted before, she's on the list.
It was noted before she is on Jarvis's list.
She's also remaking. They're redoing, or they're not redoing. They're making another scary movie.
Yes, they are.
6. So
It's yeah, that's the
Brenda Meeks,
movie they're making.
It's an iconic character that Regina Hall's played.
So
Brenda
Jarvis,
Meeks
give
and
us.
also what's her, Anna what's her name? Is also going to be there, so you might as well watch it.
I don't know.
No, in scary movie.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Regina Hall.
I'm not gonna know that one.
Anna Faris.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, my take was it did have a slow start, but it was definitely interesting. Here's another thing that I found out is that contrary to popular belief, this movie has been in the works for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of people who won't be named but wear certain pieces of headwear who did not like the movie, that think that it's about things that are going on.
Yeah.
There are a lot of similarities, but this thing could be at any time, to be honest with you, in our
Yeah,
history.
I did say caricature
Yeah.
because it is, and they do make a point to go, hey, here's these things that are happening. Here's 16 years later.
Yeah.
It's very purposefully still happening.
Yeah. And I don't even think they started this movie until like last year in January.
Filming it.
Filming it, yes. So, but anyways, yeah, it's the subject matter is definitely feels very relevant to what's going on right now. And again, it's on purpose,
minus
but not for
minus the revolutionaries,
right.
which, yeah.
So, but to be honest with you, like this is one of those movies that like structurally, I think is like, it's pretty spot on. Like it's pretty near perfect, like structurally. You know what I mean? Does it make you feel certain ways? Like a lot of people I've heard say, well, I've heard some, and that certain type of person who doesn't like the movie, it's the worst movie ever. There's
Just to be clear, Hunter has seen this movie, I think, 4 times already.
Yeah.
And plans to go and see it.
And we like Hunter.
At least another 2.
We like Hunter quite a bit. We think he's great. We think that he has pretty good movie tastes. And I think I'll speak for the both of us. We both liked it. But what I will say is there are people who are claiming like it's the best movie in the last 10 years. That I feel like is too much.
Yeah.
But you can't, I don't even think it's fair to say it's a bad movie because I don't think that either. It's 2 hours, 45 minutes, and it didn't feel like it for me at least. I didn't feel like, oh my gosh, this movie's dragging. For me, it didn't.
I actually think that the last 30 minutes were added on purpose. Because usually it's like a 2.5 hour movie, right?
Yeah.
If you don't go in knowing how long it is, there's a certain definitive moment towards the middle end where you're like, oh, yeah, movie's going to end right now. And then something doesn't happen and you're like, oh, shit, okay. I guess we're still going.
Yeah, I feel like one of my favorite movies of the last decade, Everything Everywhere All at Once, kind of played with that a little bit.
Yeah,
where you get an end screen,
like,
and then
okay,
some people
we're
thought
here.
like, "Oh, what? That's a crazy place to end the movie," and then it's like, "Nah, just kidding."
You thought.
We're only 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed this. Like all of the acting was superb. You got Benicio del Toro. You got Leonardo DiCaprio,
Who is by far the best character, by the way. Benicio del Toro.
He was so great. So great.
So good.
I mean,
The least caricature, actually. He was like the most, you knew who he was from the beginning type of guy.
He was a little bit
So good.
He was a little bit of a goofy character, but he was very good.
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor, like we said, Regina Hall's in this movie. Sean Penn, like it's stacked with talent, and each person who like the acting is superb, like across the board. Like it's one of those things. Like I do not like when I'm watching a movie. I do not like to be taken out of the environment that I'm in. Like I don't want to spend time in my own head thinking about how something doesn't make sense
Or just
that I'm seeing,
glossing over something that's happened because you're like, sure.
Or just knowing that like, oh, this person is acting and I can really tell that they're acting.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel that in this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like anybody was like, that's how good the performances were. You didn't feel like any acting was happening. Like it just felt like you were experiencing something real, which is great when you're, taking part in watching a fictional story. And I will say again, I'm not doing a very good job of not being political, but if you see certain things out of this movie and you feel attacked, maybe that's just guilty conscience because like it's a fictional movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, but there are some really real life themes that are addressed in here. You know what I mean? Like the beginning,
Like the Christmas
we'll
Adventurers Club.
yeah. And
We love a good bohemian group.
and being a part of said demographic while sexualizing and idolizing a person that you hate, a people group, fetishizing them. So there's that. We'll get more into that once we start going through the plot. But I say all that to say that like this is a very good movie. Like it is very good. The subject matter is relevant. Like in those moments, like I love in a movie where I know that the directing and the production is made in such a way they're like, we want our audience to feel this way during this scene, and you feel that way. That means they did their job, and I like being a part of that. Like the tense moments are tense, and like you feel like, oh my goodness, like you are experiencing what you're supposed to. You know what I mean?
I sweat through my shirt.
Yeah. like I am right now.
That's me too, brother.
But
When we say this room is warm, we do mean it.
yeah, but like they said, the tense moments are tense and
Very
like,
tense.
there is, and I think that for some reason that feels like such a hard thing to do. Like most people that make movies are not good at building tension. I would even say like I love Marvel movies, but most Marvel movies struggle to build tension in a good way. I think one person who's great at that, Quentin Tarantino. So good. I mean, if you've ever seen Inglourious Bastards, the opening scene of that is insanely tense.
You still haven't seen Death Race.
I still haven't seen Death Race, so if you want us to do that, put it in the comments. And
we were going to do it like a year ago, and you just didn't watch it.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember even it being brought up.
I'm going to find it again.
Okay. So Quentin Tarantino's great at that, and apparently Paul Thomas Anderson is really great at that as well. So I had a good time with it. I thought it was a great movie. It did not feel as long as the running time suggested, and that's also for me usually a good thing. Like, so I had a good time. I recommend it.
Wow, who could have seen that coming?
I know it was you're blindsided by it, right? Kind of like.
Oh, I'm so blindsided by it. I'm trying to find this movie. Hold on. And Death Proof. That's the one. It's Death Proof.
Oh, okay.
Has Kurt Russell in it.
Oh, I like Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Put in the comments, what are your thoughts on Death Proof? That's a weird movie with Kurt Russell. Travis, tell the people what you're eating.
I told Michael this earlier. This could potentially be one of our most controversial movies.
Oh, it's not our movie.
Well, I mean, movie videos, reviews. I think our first one right now is The Last Jedi.
Yeah. I stand by that the end of The Last Jedi was probably the best of the three.
Agreed. That one, some of those,
Actually, it is the best of the three.
If you like Star
Wars, the
third
movie sucks.
Yeah, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. If you like Star Wars, you can go check out that movie, The Last Jedi review.
And if you don't like The Last Jedi, go watch it because you're being a little too harsh when you could be a little more harsh about
the Last Skywalker. Yeah, exactly. Direct your anger towards the actually horrible one. But anyways, yeah, this one it's hard to avoid the political stuff because it's about political stuff. So,
hey, you.
How'd you like that episode? Did you like it?
You like movies? You like this one?
Do you?
You should subscribe to this channel right now.
Also, as well.
Yeah. You got friends? Yeah, you do.
Do you? Hopefully.
Show it to them. Show this to them.
Prove it to us you got friends.
There's other videos to watch too. Why don't you watch those if you're so cool?
Yeah, prove you're not a bot. Leave a comment.
Nerd.